A major market move is coming, and it's not priced in yet. I've got that news for you. We got the Bitcoin charts. We got Hyperliquid, which is exploding right now. Taking a look at those charts. Quantum stocks, space stocks, data center stocks. We got all the goods. It's going to be a big show today, so we better go. Let's get into the news. The final draft of a possible agreement between the United States and Iran, mediated by Pakistan, is expected to be announced within hours. Peace could be on the horizon. That's according to Al Arabiya News. The key terms include the following: immediate, comprehensive, unconditional ceasefire on all fronts, including land, sea, and air. Nice. Mutual commitment to not target military, civilian, or economic infrastructure, end to military operations, and a halt to the media war, commitments to respect sovereignty, territorial integrity, and non-interference in internal affairs, guarantees of freedom of navigation in the Arabian Gulf, the Strait of Hormuz, and the Gulf of Oman, joint mechanism to monitor the implementation and resolve disputes. Negotiations on outstanding issues will begin within 7 days. Gradual lifting of U.S. sanctions in exchange for Iran's commitment to the terms of the agreement. Draft agreement reaffirms compliance with international law and the UN Charter. Great. Agreement would take effect immediately once officially announced by both sides. Good. Markets are going to love that. That is the kind of market shock that could, as crazy as things have been recently, still send us for a lot of upside volatility. Now, maybe there's a sell the news. Everyone's been expecting a deal. Market's been rallying anyway. And some of these stocks and stuff like that are definitely getting a bit overbought. But maybe crypto finally catches up. Maybe Orange Coin finally does something. Can it be true? Could Orange Coin finally ever do anything? Well, here it is right now, bouncing at the 50-day EMA right here, as you can see. Sitting just here above the 50-day EMA, still below the 20-day EMA. And of course, most importantly, we got rejected off the damn 200-day EMA. Come on, Bitcoin, what are you doing, man? So that's what that's where we are. That's what we need to see. We need to see Bitcoin get back above that damn 200-day. Until we do that, the bears will continue to be a bunch of cocky bastards. Once we get above that, it's our time again. The bulls can come back. Until then, let's watch for this 50-day EMA to actually hold up as a line of support. Sell-side risk ratio, Rand posted this. Every time no one cares about Bitcoin, it bounces the hardest. You can see all the way down here, we are once again at a level where we've marked major bottoms previously. Does that guarantee we're at a major bottoming zone? No, of course it does not. There are no guarantees in markets, but it's an interesting piece of information. Cantonese cat, golden cross spotted for the copper gold ratio. We had a few almosts. Remember talking about this back in August, like, oh, we're almost there. We're going to get the crossover. It didn't happen. Didn't happen. But we are getting close to this really being the real deal. Now, the reason we talk about this is because when copper starts to overtake gold, it always coincides with a major period of economic expansion. They call the data center build-outs and stuff like that need copper more than gold. So when the economy's doing good, which the U.S. economy is currently doing fine, the inflation problems will subside very quickly once the Strait of Hormuz properly reopens back up and things return to some kind of normal here in the Middle East. Well, once we get that going on, copper can break out, gold chills out, the U.S. PMI for manufacturing keeps raging higher. It's been in breakout territory for about 3 or 4 months now, which means the business cycle is officially restarting according to that metric. These are all very good things. Psychedelic. The pieces continue to fall as predicted. The contraction to expansion process is following its usual pattern to a complete T. I remember when gold was pushing 5,000, everyone was screaming to rotate into it, and that's going to pump for 10 years. No. We were not talking like that here. We were warning, $5,000 gold is not the time to be aping in. But people did it anyway. They're literally lining up around street corners to buy the top on gold. And you think people aren't going to buy Bitcoin again. Come on, man. If it wasn't clear back then that it had topped, then it should be now. And since then, the rotation of Bitcoin has begun, just how it has in every other cycle. So you have the PMI down here, which we've mentioned. This is the bottom chart. We mentioned about the PMI breakout. That's incredibly substantial because every time previously, you can see here back in 16, you can see here back in 2020, every time the U.S. PMI for manufacturing has a breakout, it signals a period of major economic expansion, and markets tend to do very well during that period. And I know we've had the AI trade doing very well in the stock market. Crypto markets, of course, are lagging behind. You can also see when gold had these big runs previously and then topped out. Bitcoin a few months later, not immediately, a few months later, would then take the baton and go running. The best times of this crypto cycle could still be ahead of us. This could be the weirdest bear market ever. And here comes Charles Edwards. A lot of respect for Charles, like Charles. Here comes Charles Edwards to pour some cold water on our parade here. He says, every time inflation has crossed as high as it is today, the market has crashed 30% on average over the next 1 to 24 months. All the big crashes occurred in this environment, minus 47% in 2000, minus 55% in 2008. On the rare occasion, though, we have gone higher. So it's not definitive. Sometimes we do go higher. But often, it's correlated with major risks rising in the market that tend to have major market sell-offs follow up behind them. That first piece of news I shared in today's video, that's the key. That's the key here, guys, because if we can see a resolution to the Iran situation, that brings inflation back down super quick. Within 3 to 4 months, you'll see inflation back to pre-Iran war levels. It'll take a little while for tankers to get back in, get them back to where they're going, blah, 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 blah. But eventually that evens out, and the risks around the war and the global oil disruption, the energy crisis that's currently happening, subside very quickly. So that's the thing to watch out for right now, and if we can get that deal happening, then rock and roll. Real quick here, we've got Solana. Solana just sitting here just below the 20 and 50-day EMAs. Watch for a potential breakout here. This is, I would not be just jumping into this trade right now. I'm already in this trade. I'll show you in a second. But I would not be jumping into this trade right now because if it's going to get rejected today, where it's getting rejected right here. That is the place where you're going to see rejection happen, okay? So this is where you want to see a breakout. So a daily candle confirmed above $88. That's the breakout, okay? By the way, subscribe. Okay, I see the analytics. I see like 90% of you guys watching these videos or whatever are not subscribed to the channel. It takes like 1 second. It's free. Subscribe and never miss a video. Thank you. Okay, continuing. Pepe, similar situation as Solana right now, waiting for the breakout. I've got a spot bag of this. It's like 5 or 7% underwater or something right now. It's fine. It's fine. But the real breakout in the trade here could come on a move back around 395. That could be the breakout trade period. Hype has gone absolutely bonkers. Now, we talked about this one last week here on watch out for the $50 breakout. Well, the $50 breakout came. Maybe some of you caught that, maybe some of you didn't. And now it went all the way up to $62 yesterday. Crazy town, man. This thing's gone absolutely nuts. We have ETFs now buying it. We have treasury companies buying it. We have the buybacks happening on a regular basis from the company itself, which has 97% buybacks. So Hyperliquid continues to be a dominant player. The tokenomics are just too damn powerful to ignore currently. Stonk Chris said this. He said, I'm not saying Bitcoin and ETH can't have their day in the sun, but those who solely focused on crypto in this current environment, please pay attention. What we're seeing in names like these stocks here. He said you're seeing a type of explosive daily moves that you simply don't get in Bitcoin and Ethereum anymore outside of the rare blow-off top or capitulation style events. Modern capital is clearly rotated in thematic leadership, especially AI infrastructure and related build-out names. That is part of the reason why I've been talking so much about stocks for the last year plus on this channel, because holy shit, we love crypto, we love Bitcoin around here, maybe not so much Ethereum. Boo, Ethereum. The worst asset in the world to invest in. You literally would have been better in anything that's not named Ethereum. Maybe it's besides the point. We love crypto around here, we love Bitcoin, love Solana, frogs, stuff like that, okay? But if you've been ignoring stocks, you've missed out on generational trades. Stock market has currently been on easy mode. How long that lasts for is anybody's guess, but enjoy it while it does last, okay? Hey, real quick, we've got the update here on the Solana trade. Still open. It's been open for a while now. Really should have left my initial take profit at $98. I did not do that, of course. Classic. Anyway, here's the deal. Target on this is still 115. Stop loss is still a break even. Worst case scenario, I make nothing on this trade. Best case scenario, we're making like 20K on this trade. Roll the dice, Lark. Let's see what happens. Also, we're doing insane giveaways right now. Thanks to the guys who are a bit Unix. We're giving away $1,000 today. We're doing okay. These are $1,000 every day. We're doing one of these shows. We're giving away $1,000. There's gonna be someone winning $1,000 today. That person could be you. And if it's not you today, it could be you next time. But you have to get signed with BitUno because there's a link down below. It's available to anyone, anywhere. You can trade crypto. You can trade stocks. You can trade metals. They got you covered. They got the coins you want, they got the assets you want, they got the liquidity you need. It's available to anyone, anywhere. That's you. Link down below, go get it checked out. Now, you'll be in for the giveaways. You have to create your account, make a deposit, make a trade. Super simple. And you'll be in to win these giveaways. We're gonna weigh $1,000, man, 5 times a week. It's crazy. Plus, The guys over at BitUnix are doubling down on everything we're doing at the Inner Circle, which is, of course, our investor community, where if you're not in there, I mean, why are you still missing out on our investor community? It's absolutely insane. The amount of insane calls we've shared in there, like Micron Tech, Rocket Labs, Canton, and many, many others. AMBQ. We don't get them all right. Nobody ever does. But we can get a few decent ones right. And that's what matters. And here's the deal. Link down below for that as well. When you get signed up to the Inner Circle, you're also going to get, and you have to have a BitUnix account for this, $80 a month rebate. It only costs $50 for the membership. You get $80 back a month for the guys over at BitUnix. That's absolute crazy town. Plus, we're doing exclusive Discord giveaways. We're going to pay $5,000 a week just to Discord members. What are you doing? Get signed up. So, that all being said, let's give away $1,000 today, okay? Here we go. One prize, $1,000. Who's it going to be? Let's go ahead and draw. Uh-oh. Time is not starting. Let me refresh this page here. Draw time is not started yet. Come on, guys. Grr. Anyway, I guess we're giving away $2,000 on Monday then. So stick tuned. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Come back on Monday. We'll give away $2,000 on Monday. How about that? Okay. Anyway, it's fine. It's fine, guys. These giveaways. Anyway, we'll give away $2,000 on Monday. The money's gonna be won by somebody. Don't worry. We got $5,000 to give away. We're gonna make sure you guys get it. Anyway, continuing. Gosh darn it. Brad Adcock. He says we are entering day 7. We're running close to week 24/7 fully autonomous. Look at this robot. Look at this robot. No breaks, no hangovers, no sick days. 24/7. Okay, this robot is working 24 hours a day, nonstop, sorting packages. The time of human involvement in anything is basically over, guys. This is crazy. Oh, the humanoid robots coming for your job, guys. The time to get rich. It has never been more important to do. Seriously. Because the robots are coming for your jobs, guys. Okay. NASDAQ. Pre-market's showing it not quite at all-time highs, but pretty damn close. Look at the performance on this bad boy. The all-time high here, 30% up in 6 weeks. Just madness. Absolute. Imagine if that was crypto. Imagine if that was Bitcoin or any of your coins. It's just a dude who invests. This cat right here, we're going to follow real quick. He says, why are politicians buying the shit out of service now? What do they know? Well, it's a bunch of, especially Ro Khanna, okay? That dude's in the VC circles. These guys all been buying this stock called now. I am not buying. I'm not telling you to buy it. I'm just sharing the news. Currently, it looks like this. We have had a spike off of people speculating on why are all these politicians buying it currently. It is currently down about 60% or so under the previous all-time highs of $240. Politicians usually buy stuff like this when there's some big government contract coming up. Not saying that's a guarantee, but it is interesting all these politicians, particularly Ro Khanna, are buying this stuff. Leo Edge says, I stand corrected. ASTS, Space Mobile, was indeed mentioned in the SpaceX S1, named as a competitor in the largest IPO in stock market history. But more importantly, SpaceX told the SEC that Starlink Mobile, their D2D satellite-to-phone business, is a $740 billion total addressable market. Not my number, not an analyst estimate, SpaceX's number, filed with the SEC, legally binding. Yo, what up? What up? That is interesting. That is very, very interesting. You can read through some of the rest of this here. You stop video, have a read through his stuff here. He said, now the repricing math using SpaceX's own $740 billion target addressable market, ASTS $89 today, equals a $34 billion market cap. That pricing, ASTS at 4.6% of the target addressable market that SpaceX itself just validated. SpaceX paid $17 billion for 65 megahertz of D2D spectrum alone. Interesting. Even modest market capture, 1% of $740 billion equals $7.4 billion of revenue at 15x. That's $290 a share. 2% capture, $466. 3%, $581. Interesting. Stock currently looks like this. It is breaking out currently. Okay, we had it in a downtrend here for a while. It's been a pretty popular stock name. A lot of people have been investing in this. I don't have a position currently, but I could definitely see getting one. We actually had a report on this a few months ago. Anyway, besides the point. Currently is breaking out. That daily candle looks relatively encouraging. Volumes have been rising, so it's decent. This is one of those ones that could definitely rally in the run up to the SpaceX IPO. Rocket Lab is another. Of course, we talked a lot about that one. Our report was shared back here, by the way. It's up 113% or something like that since we shared our report on Rocket Labs back here. Had a beautiful 200-day EMA retest. Now we're up here at $125, $128 in pre-markets. So look, now's not a time to go chasing this. I would not be buying Rocket Labs here personally. I bought Rocket Labs a long time ago. Been holding it for a while. And I'll probably start thinking about taking some money off the table in the not-so-distant future on some of this stuff. Andrew Kang has announced that he is going to be the CEO of Robo Strategy. Now, Andrew Kang is, top-tier investor, okay? VC. He's been in all kinds of early stuff. He was in a lot of early robotics plays, for example. Seed checks in this stuff. Very well-connected dude. He's taking over as CEO of Robo Strategy. Now, we covered this stock previously. Robo Strategy here, currently trading around $30. This gives you all kinds of pre-market exposure to stuff like Figure AI, for example. I'm not saying it's a good buy. I'm not saying you should go out and get it, but humanoid robots are going to be one of the biggest trends of the next decade. So definitely keep an eye on robotics, okay? Don't fade it. Shea Ballora, Iron CEO, said company has spent 8 years assembling the inputs for AI infrastructure, including 5 gigawatts of secured power and land across 3 continents. He believes neocloud growth should be higher than 60% CAGR, compound annual growth rate, but the industry simply cannot build fast enough to meet the demand. Think about what's going on with the AI trade. This is the crazy thing about the AI trade. The demand is so high for everything: chips, memory, copper, data centers, energy. They literally cannot keep up with the supply. The demand is so high right now. It's crazy. Situational Awareness LP by Leopold Aschenbrenner has released its Q1 13F filings, increasing positions in stuff like Iron Energy, CoreWeave, CleanSpark, Riot, BitDeer. Why not Marathon? Buy Marathon. Anyway, Iron's breaking out currently. This is the weekly chart right here. I think I sold my my Iron somewhere around here or here to buy MicroStrategy, which is also up, and now Iron's running. I'm just like, yeah, why did I take more crypto exposure and buy MSTR? Anyway, MSTR will pump when Bitcoin pumps. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's going to be fine. Actually, I've got data center stocks, CleanSpark included, just not Iron right now. Marathon, looking for a potential breakout here. Pre-market showing it's still not getting that breakout move, but once it gets above about $14, this thing could start running pretty quickly. So that's what we have to keep an eye out here for Iron, because for Marathon, when this thing starts running, when the market starts pricing it as a data center play and not just as a Bitcoin miner, which is the story that's developing, the narrative that's developing now, that has Iron-like upside potential to it. I could see this being a $100 stock when that AI data center story starts catching on. Not financial advice. This is just how I'm investing my money, of course, as always. AMD CEO says unexpected CPU demand surge to last 5 years. 5 years, guys. Oh, man, AMD is going to $1,000, isn't it? Holy shit. Well, hopefully, anyway. They've already shaved a bit off, so if the price were to go down, I would be fine. It's all good. But this thing could still have a lot of room to run. In fact, the whole AI trade could still have a lot of room to run. And there's going to be big corrections along the way. There'll be times you think it's all over and then it's not. Trump administration investing $2 billion in quantum computing will receive equity return stakes in return. We got IBM, Global Foundries, as well as D-Wave Quantum, Rigetti, and others. It's a matter of national security. Market Rebellion CEO. Quick, have a listen.
And at the end of the day, it comes down to this. It's a matter of national security. When Q-Day happens, that's that time when quantum technology accelerates to the point that bad actors can crack any form of modern cryptography, blockchain, banking, payment rails, stock markets. If we are not first, we will be last.
There you go. If you're not first, you're last. That's what he said. Ionic looks like this currently. It's broken out here about 2 weeks ago, about a month ago. About a month ago, it broke out of its downtrend, currently trending above the 20-day EMA. That's an asset and an uptrend. I know you might have forgot what that looked like if you're only in crypto coins, because it happens so infrequently these days. But this is an uptrend currently. That's nice to see. Watching, of course, now for previous high test around $85. D-Wave Quantum, this is QBTS, Q-Butts, as I like to call it. Anyway, this thing's breaking out pretty hard, too, on that news, of course, that the U.S. government is investing in a lot of these companies. What has happened previously in these, you'll see this initial bump up. Oh my God, the U.S. government's buying, we all have to buy, and then there's an inevitable sell-off. So if you want to get into quantum stocks, try not to chase in these big green days. Now, maybe it just pumps like crazy and goes straight to the moon. That can always happen, right? But we're coming up into an area of price resistance right here around sort of $30. So that's going to be perhaps a tricky area for it to get over. And then maybe we see a bit of a pullback. 20-day, 50-day EMA buys in the uptrend are probably interesting spots to enter in on stuff like this. Okay. I think that's about it. It has been a good time. As always, you're awesome. Thank you so much. Subscribe to the channel. Bye.